I forge forgiveness for a living.
I can't write it. I can't tell him I forgive him. Because I don't.
Then don't.
But everyone says...
Everyone says you have to forgive to heal. That's not true. You just need to look like you did. I can help with that.
How?
I write the letter. You sign it. He thinks it's from you. You never have to think about him again.
Then my phone buzz. I don't know the number, but I know the area code. The town I left at 14. The town I never went back to. You'll be fine.
They all knew. Before I did.
Memory is a liar. It dresses the truth in silk and feeds it to you like honey. But sometimes, if you listen closely, you can hear the venom stirring beneath.
The world is full of little accidents. And this was no exception.
She killed him! She killed Ben, and I will never, never forgive her!
Don't make this worse.
So I sat there. The turkey got cold, the gravy turned to skin, and my mother forgave me.
I'm working on it. I love her. She just needs time. She's troubled. But I'm her mother. I won't give up on her.
My mother left something for me.
She asked me to hold on to this. Said to give it to you when you turned 30.
I didn't write this.
Excuse me?
This isn't mine. I never wrote this.
That's between you and your mother. I'm just the messenger.
It looked like mine. It felt like mine. But I remembered every letter I wrote at 14. I never wrote this. Someone else did. Someone who knew my handwriting well enough to fake it. Someone who had years of practice. My mother.
This is weird. The forger knew what they were doing.
Could it be mine?
It's not yours. You close your G's. Always have, even in middle school. But this letter, the G's are open. That's not a mistake. Someone trained themselves to write like you, but they couldn't unlearn their own habits. Look at her G's. Your mother practiced your handwriting for a long time. She spent 16 years making you believe you killed someone, and then she mailed you a letter from the grave to make you believe you apologized for it.
Okay.
That's it?
That's it.
One more thing.
What?
If she faked this letter, what else did she fake?
The tea, the pills, the bottle under the cushion. My mother sent me into that room. Find out, whatever it takes.
She said something once about Ben, the night he died.
What did she say?
She said, I know more than anyone thinks. I asked what she meant. She said money was supposed to go to me. That girl ruined everything.
That girl. Me.
Yes.
Did you tell anyone?
I was scared of her, Ivy. Everyone was.
She planned every part of it.
I read it 3 times. My mother killed Ben Harper. Not with her hands, with a plan, with my hands.
She used me. And then she spent 16 years telling everyone I needed forgiveness.
You read it?
I read it.
You're shaking.
I'm not shaking. Okay. I'm shaking.
What are you gonna do?
Everyone's gathering next Saturday. My mother's memorial service. The one my father postponed 3 times because he couldn't decide on the catering.
Jesus.
All the relatives will be there. The ones who watched her point at me. The ones who didn't say anything.
You want to show them?
I want to show everyone.
That'll destroy your father. He'll lose everything. The house, the reputation, the friends.
He lost me 16 years ago. He just didn't notice.
You're not doing this for revenge.
No.
What are you doing it for?
I'm doing it so I can stop apologizing for something I never did.
Your mother's memorial is Saturday. I hope you'll come. Your sister will be there.
Good. Let them all be there. The bathroom light flickered. I was 40 minutes from my father's house. Too close. Not close enough.
You didn't do it. You didn't hide the pills. You didn't know about the pills. You were 13. Then why did you say sorry?
I stayed there a long time. The cold glass, the flickering light, the sound of my own breathing. Then I straightened up. Now you know. Now I know.
I didn't do it.
The house hadn't changed. Same white columns, same brass door knocker. Same smell of lemon polish and my mother's ghost. You came. I said I would. The room was full of people who had watched my mother point at me and said nothing. Now they were here to celebrate her.
Such a Wonder Woman. She never gave up on anyone. Her forgiveness was graceful.
You're not gonna make a scene, are you? No. Good. Because Mom deserves exactly what she's getting. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing.
Don't do this, Ivy. Don't ruin her memorial. She's dead. Can't you just let her rest?
I looked at the sister my mother loved, the one who got the birthday parties, the new cars, the pride.
You don't know what she did.
I know she forgave you. After you killed Ben, she forgave you, and you still...
She didn't forgive me.
What?
Because there was nothing to forgive.
Here we go, the same old story. You're always the victim, aren't you?
No, I'm just done pretending.
Catherine Morrow embodied grace.
She forgave the unforgivable.
Catherine always saw the good in people. She never held a grudge.
I have something. A memory.
Ivy.
A memory no one here has heard before. What are you doing?
That's not...
It's her handwriting. I had it authenticated.
Ben Harper didn't die because of me. I was 13. I brought him tea because my mother told me to. She hid his pills, she planned it, and then she blamed me.
Ivy!
Sit down.
I spent 16 years believing I was a murderer. 16 years apologizing. 16 years watching her tell everyone she forgave me. She even wrote a letter from the grave to keep the lie alive.
You forged all of this!
No. I'm a forensic document examiner. I verified every page. It's all real.
Your mother killed Ben Harper, and she let her 13-year-old daughter take the blame for 16 years.
Dad, how much did you know?
The silence lasted a full minute. Then Claire stood up.
You're a liar. You always were. Mom loved you. Ire loved you. She forgave you, and you're destroying her because what? Because she didn't love you enough? Answer me!
I'm not destroying her. I'm showing you who she actually was. Don't.
Let go of me!
Look at the screen. Margaret had recorded the call and kept it for 16 years. And I get the money. Everyone wins. Those were her words.
She didn't.
She did.
You all watched her point at me. You all watched a 13-year-old girl get accused of murder and no one said anything. You could have asked questions. You could have protected me. You didn't, because it was easier to believe her!
I don't need an apology from any of you. I just needed you to know the truth.
Ivy!
Let go of me.
Please. I didn't know.
You sat at that table. You watched her point at me. You ate your turkey and you drank your wine and you went upstairs to bed.
I was scared of her.
I was 13. I was scared too. But I didn't have a choice. You did. I walked out.
Please, please, I'm begging you. Ivy! Ivy! Please forgive me.
My father, on his knees, and still it was too late.
Get up.
I can't. Not until you...
Get up!
You want my forgiveness?
You don't get it. I sat in that room for 16 years. I believed I killed someone. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I didn't have friends because everyone thought I was a murderer.
I know.
You don't know. You weren't there.
You were at work, you were in your study, you were anywhere but with me.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry now. Because everyone else knows. Because you can't hide anymore.
I'll spend the rest of my life.
You can spend the rest of your life feeling guilty. That's between you and yourself. But don't ask me to make it better. Back home. Back to Forgiveness Street. The office was exactly how I left it. The desk, the lamp, the filing cabinet full of letters I'd written for other people.
You look like hell.
Thanks.
You gonna keep doing this?
I don't know.
Your clients need someone.
My clients need therapy, not a forger.
What are you gonna do?
Forgiveness isn't a moral obligation, it's a choice. And choosing not to forgive, that's freedom too.
To freedom.
What are you doing?
Burning them.
All of them?
All of them.
You're not gonna miss it?
I'm going to miss the money.
You're going back to school?
Already enrolled. Counseling psychology.
Seriously?
Seriously. I spent 8 years helping people pretend to forgive. I want to spend the next 8 helping people figure out if they even want to.
Answer him?
No.
He's your father.
He was my father when I was 14 too. He didn't act like it.
So that's it?
That's it. The kind of sky that made you want to call someone. I didn't call anyone. I just watched. For the first time in 16 years, I wasn't waiting for permission to exist. I just existed.
He says I have to forgive him, or he won't sign the papers.
Forgive him for what?
Everyone says forgiveness is the only way to heal. That's not true.
It's not?
It's not. You don't have to forgive him. You don't have to forgive anyone. You just have to decide what you need.
I don't know what I need.
Then let's figure it out.
You don't have to forgive. You don't have to be the bigger person. You don't have to carry guilt that isn't yours. This morning, I didn't think about my mother. I didn't think about my father. I didn't think about the letter or the diary or the memorial service. I don't need anyone's forgiveness. I never did. The day was waiting.